Kame house party.
We'll talk about the crazy world of Dragon Ball. Let's talk about the shows, the funny, the random, the karate, the balls, the wishes, the Kame, the house party. Shows, the funny, the random, the karate, the balls, the wishes, the Kame, the house party.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
And I'm Donald.
Wait, no, this can't be right. No, Aaron's supposed to be back by now.
Oh, no, no one told you?
What?
No one told you?
What?
I'm the new Aaron.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Vince. His levels were off the chart and...
You take his place because he's doing other fun things at the moment?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Vince. Look, we both love you. This is not your fault.
But I miss him.
You'll see him on weekends.
Okay, I guess we better just get right into it. Because across from me is not Aaron, it's Donald Chang. Donald Chang of Lloyd Knight fame. He's on the team Havoc. He is also on a wonderful web series. If you have not had a chance to watch this thing, I am telling you, it gets my 7-star seal of approval. Blank my life. It is this surreal, crazy, fun, inventive, and different thing. And if you're inundated with too much Netflix, just take a break. Just go on to the other side of the internet, do a little search and type in "blank my life" in your search bars, and boom, you're golden. Your wish has been granted, and you have a new favorite thing to watch.
I like that your geography of the internet is YouTube is the exact opposite. The other side of the internet.
It's the other side of the internet. It's like I'm not on Facebook. I'm on MySpace. It's the negative, the photo negative of the internet. Is YouTube to Netflix. And Donald Chang is filling in for Aaron today, and I'm very excited to have him. He's a wonderful improviser and a great person. So you guys are gonna love him. And if you are new to the show, which I hope you are, and if you're old to the show, welcome back. We got to do my favorite part, because I came up with this. It's called Kame Housekeeping Section. But the next part is where we give our 1-minute roundup, where one of us, me, has 1 minute to summarize everything in Dragon Ball up until this point. But before that, we got to get into the classic 1-minute roundup scene. So let's dive right in. Are you guys good? Can you start the? Can you do your part?
Yeah, sure.
With the spurs and the. There we go. Ding 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 ding. I think when the sheriff sees this, he's gonna really like it. And that's it. I made Donald laugh.
Damn it. I was like, is this it?
That's it. Almost, I think I can safely say that might be the first non-verbal 1-minute roundup intro that we've done on the pod. But Donald, you did a great job. All you had to do was laugh.
I was like, when are we starting? All right.
And now I have 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in the 80 episodes in Dragon Ball up until this point. So, without further ado or any to-do, here I go. So, there are 7 magic Dragon Balls. When you collect them all, you get a wish. There's a little boy named Goku who's got a monkey tail. He meets a blue-haired girl named Bulma. They go on an adventure. They fight Emperor Pilaf, who wanted to use the Dragon Balls for bad. That becomes a theme throughout the show, because then Goku fights in Tenkaichi tournament. He fights against Master Roshi in disguise, who beats him to humble him, till he could learn that there's always going to be stronger. Then he goes off in search of that 4-star Dragon Ball, which is a memento from his grandfather. Goku fights the Red Ribbon Army, which is full of different colored generals that are very bad. There's a silver one, a white one, a red one, a blue one. There's a yellow cat. There is a administrator who's very tall. He beats them all up. He saves the world. He brings back Upa's father, Bora, a Native American man living underneath the tower. Then he fights his dead grandfather in a tournament to find the last Dragon Ball, hosted by Baba, the fortune teller, who's Roshi's older sister. And now Goku is training through life, getting ready for the next tournament.
That was pretty good.
Boom.
That was pretty. Wow. That was amazing.
See, Donald claps. I hope you're all clapping on your end. And of course, if you missed some of that or you want me to slow it down next time, screw you. Go back and listen to our old stuff because it's great. If you listen to our old episodes, you'll probably fill some of that context in. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a great ride. So enjoy that. The last part of the Kame housekeeping section is Donald and I watched 2 different versions of the show. Donald watched the Japanese subtitled version while I watched the English dubbed version. We do this because there's a lot of different things that get translated or don't get translated or context gets changed because, I don't know, Americans are soft. Or they were in the 80s. So usually the first thing is the title. And I don't know if you have the Japanese title for this.
I mean, I have what it was written on the
thing?
The app, yeah. Yeah, what was yours?
So mine is episode 81. Goku goes to Demon Land.
I think it was very close. I think, in fact, it was that.
Okay, so hold on. Because usually they differ by like a couple of words.
Oh, okay. We're going to be very specific. I think it was Goku in Demon World.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Because like there's like sometimes it's that just that context will change, at least for me, how I go into an episode. Because I'm like, Goku goes to Demon Land. This is gonna be fun. Like Goku in Demon World seems like there's more stakes to it.
That's true. I didn't think about it. You're like a connoisseur of these episodes. You're
Look,
like,
man,
ooh.
I'm 80 in. I'm grizzled.
Yeah.
I am awash with Kamehameha waves. I look, Toriyama, if you want some help coming up with the next thing, talk to your boy and talk to Aaron. We got ideas for days for these characters. Coincidentally, I'm very excited. I don't know if you have been following the Dragon Ball Super arc at all.
Oh no, not the arc. No.
Because I think the Super arc has just finished.
Oh.
I don't know how it ends, but I do know that there's a new movie coming out that Toriyama's doing, and they all there is a teaser. But it is some of the smoothest animation. Goku looks better than he ever has before. Like, it looks sexy. There's a new enemy who's got a green aura that's definitely a Saiyan. There's things out on the internet that are confirming or denying who this person might be. I don't care. I just want the movie to come out in theaters so I can go watch it and throw popcorn at the screen. Were you aware of this?
I had heard that Super was ending. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that there was a new movie coming out. I've not seen the trailer.
That was a surprise.
Okay. And I didn't realize it was going to be like a theater movie.
I don't think it's going to, I don't know.
I'm sure it'll get a release, especially here in New York.
Here in New York, it'll get a release.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because the last 2 Dragon Ball movies before Super, I think Resurrection F, I don't think Resurrection F got a release. But Battle of the Gods, I think, got a release because it was the first thing to come out since Kai. Okay. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Probably it's your boy Corey, because he did a great job. I'm just going to shout him out right now. I asked the question, when does Super take place? And he told me it's between the end of the Buu saga. It's in the 10 years between, so the Buu saga ended, there was 10 years went by, and then they show Goku training Oob on his next adventure. So there's a 10-year gap, and this is when Super takes place. So thank you, it's your boy Corey. He shouted me out on Twitter. I don't have the tweet right in front of me, but I think I got it. Again, he'll correct me if I'm wrong again. So we'll just we'll just go from there. Before we get too far in, Donald, I just want to ask, what is your history with anime?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know if you can tell from my voice or my name. I am Korean American.
Woo!
Yeah, born in Flushing, New York. If you're familiar with that area, it is probably the most Asian place on the East Coast. Although I think Atlanta's picking up.
Really?
Yeah, Atlanta's got a big Korean population.
Did not know that.
I know. I only found that out recently. But yeah. So I remember as a young little baby boy, we would go to like the Asian video store that my like mom and aunt would go to like pick up their dramas on VHS, and then they would always like let us just pick out a random thing. So we would always pick up. There was definitely Dragon Ball. I think we did Dragon Ball Z, and then way before it ever came out in America in like dubbed English, we got GT. I think we got that movie where it was. I think it was the movie that I don't know how this worked. It was like
is it the let me. I'm going into my mind palace, my Kame house palace. Is it the one that takes place like 100 years after Goku dies, and it's Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr.?
No, I think it was the one where there was a guy with an ocarina who and he had a sword. He basically was Link. It feels like
Goku versus Link.
But it was like a giant monster. It was weird, like half a monster. Like only the legs start attacking a city. And then like at a later point, the top half, it's like a weird big dragon monster attacks the city. And then like, I think it's because this swordsman cut the monster in half. And at some point the two halves reunite, and the Dragon Ball characters had to join up with this swordsman to fight the monster.
Is it swordsman Yajirobe?
No, it wasn't established Dragon Ball character.
Oh,
it was like it must have been an OVA. Am I right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah. I remember watching that because I think it was the first time I'd ever seen Trunks, because I think Trunks was a baby in this one.
Oh.
And then, but I feel like, honestly, it feels like sometimes I feel like a movie comes out for an anime series where like I don't know if it comes out first or it comes out after, but it's like, this is loosely based off what the series is going to be. Right. And they transform stuff. And I think the Green Swordsman became Trunks, because like Trunks gets a sword.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Trunks
I feel
has
like
the green sword.
This is what happens.
Sword.
The swordsman gives Trunks the sword.
Oh, so it tells how Trunks gets the sword in the future?
I think so.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. So that's
probably the first time that I'm guessing it's one of the Kais, like one of the Supreme Kais, maybe.
It might be. Yeah.
Look, here, call to action, all you Kame House Party fans. If you know what this is, tweet at me or tweet at Donald. Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, it's Donald K. Chang.
Tweet at Donald K. Chang. Put us both in there so we can know, because I want to watch this thing.
This is like more than 20 years ago that I saw this, so
it's out there for the
yeah, I know. But so that was my experience, and then obviously Toonami with Gundam and Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop with Adult Swim, love that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is great.
Yeah,
I started watching a little bit more of Gundam Wing, because Hulu, like we talked about before we got on mic, Hulu's got a surprisingly large collection of good anime.
Yeah,
and. Yeah, it strikes me every time I go to watch it. I'm like, oh, I forget. Like, in my mind as a child, I didn't realize that the characters were actual children.
Oh, yeah. They're like high school kids.
They are high school and sometimes middle school kids fighting wars on behalf of like different factions.
It was very Ender's Game, now that I think about it.
Yes, it's really weird. And like Hiru Yuri is like trying to kill himself the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
It's very dark, and I didn't pick up on any of that.
As a little kid, I don't think I did either. Because I think, honestly, anytime people were on screen, I was like, whatever, let's get to the robot.
Close your eyes. And then you hear the...
Yeah.
You're like, yes!
And then every time there was like when they got the new like mobile suits.
Yep.
Like the one with the angel wings. Now I think about it, I was like, what?
It's all very devastating.
Yeah.
One of the newer animes that I've been watching, I don't know if you can, like, it's Western animation, but the new Voltron on Netflix.
I'd heard about it, but I don't know.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, okay.
If you have a chance, I'd say give it a pass. I definitely think the second season is the strongest so far. I haven't finished whatever the newest one. I think there's like 4, but it gives you that same Voltron-y feel.
Awesome.
Like,
I don't think I like watched it briefly when I was young, like when it was like that OG animation.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for a new series of Avatar because I heard rumors that they're trying to do a new one.
Is that why my Instagram feed is awash with adult Avatar kid with like stubble and stuff?
Is that a thing? I actually have not seen these pictures.
I've seen. I don't know if it's like fan art or whatever, but they have the picture of the original like Avatar kid, and then like an image of him as an adult. He's got like the same arrow, but he's like a little bit more chiseled. He's built up a little bit, and he's got like a little chin strap beard.
I feel that. That was in a later series. I think they like show flashbacks of him as an adult because I guess you haven't seen it.
No,
it's very good. Like I would say some of the strongest like combat in an animated combat. It was really cool.
Okay.
All on Netflix, I believe, or it's definitely on Hulu. But it was just like each series had like a new avatar. So like the first series was Aang, the little bald boy, and then they had Korra, and then I'd heard rumors that there was going to be the new series and they were going to have twins. It was going to be 2 avatars. They're twins. And I would hold out that like maybe one of them is evil.
Ooh.
And then because they also jumped time periods because like Aang was like feudal Japan, felt like, and then Korra was like steampunk. And I'm sure this is just the natural progression. They said like the new series would be like modern day Japan with like hip hop.
Oh,
and
cool.
Maybe computers.
See, I think that might be my next adventure once I am no longer shackled to Dragon Ball.
The lifelong series.
The lifelong podcasting saga Aaron and I have signed ourselves up for, and you have also signed up for as being a special guest.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
But all that aside, I think it's about time we get right into the heart of things. And we'll start with this episode's opening, which I was confused. I was like, where the hell are we? Why is Goku in Transylvania? And what is what is happening to this poor girl?
Yeah, wait, okay. I'm glad I wasn't the only one because spoiler alert, I actually haven't kept up with this the Dragon Ball series. So I
gasp.
Yeah, when I started, I was like, wait a minute, is this Dragon Ball?
No, it's like compared to the last episode that we watched, like absolutely like 180 degrees from where we were.
Because it just starts off as Dracula.
Yeah, it is the plot of Dracula.
Yeah. So that was, it threw me off, and I was like, let's hold on for a second. I don't know. I thought maybe it like sometimes Hulu like puts the wrong video to a clip, so just like me. But yeah, then Goku eventually shows up.
Yeah, then Goku shows up. Just some of the things in that opening scene, like just to give you a sense of like how weird it was. Even the VO takes on like a more sinister tone right in the beginning.
Yeah.
But there is fog rolling into an open window in a castle, and there are wet footprints that are basically invisible.
Yeah. There was some like paranormal activity stuff.
A lot of it was paranormal activity, and in my mind, like even down to like the trope of like you're looking at a reflection in the mirror, and then when you move, it stays still.
Yeah. That was pretty horrifying.
It was really like it was scary, and they did the same horror thing where you hear like as she's being grabbed by this entity coming out of the mirror, she lets out a blood-curdling scream, and it zooms out to the exterior of the castle, like classic monster movie style. And then it's juxtaposed by Goku walking on his hands, pulling a giant tree for miles and miles.
Yeah.
and an old lady who I will title Old Lady Exposition.
Oh, yeah, for
Who
sure.
was just there to explain to Goku what's going on.
And then, of course, I feel in Dragon Ball style, just give him food.
Yeah, yes.
Which I was like, it's been a long time since I've seen Dragon Ball, but I remember the food goes up right alongside like Lord of the Rings and Redwall, where you're just like, oh my god, I want this food.
It's good food, and Goku eats a lot of it.
As old classic Goku.
Classic Goku. Like after getting that exposition from the old lady, he goes to the town that she said is being ransacked by demons. She also gave him that grave warning. Don't go there. You're just a boy. After seeing him carry a tree on his hands, which, I mean, you know Dragon Ball. So we don't have to go into the fact that there's a lot of this episode that we will call it's ignorance on both sides. Goku's ignorant to what he's about to get into, but everybody thinks he's just a child. How could he do these things? Why is he so confident? And it never stops amazing me, like the lengths that characters will go to deny Goku the right to fight on their behalf.
That is true. Also, I was like, just writing style, I'm like, yo, we're 80 episodes in, y'all. We can drop this act.
It never stops. Every episode, like, because we're at the point where we're waiting for the tournament to happen, and there are some key players that we haven't seen yet. So until we get to that point, it's just like, all right, well, how's Goku going to save the day today? That's what I imagine the writer's room. So I think, I don't know, maybe Goku meets Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Look, we already did the Abraham Lincoln. So let's go something completely different. We've done history. Why not do horror?
You serious? You want to do a horror episode of Dragon Ball?
Look, I am honestly sick of fighting. I'm sick of fun, cute monsters. I want just anything else. Anything else.
Oh.
Look, I'd be willing to do porno.
Wait a minute. No, we tried that already.
So let's do horror.
Okay, we'll do horror. Fine. I'll just start walking on the storyboards. I did see Hotel Transylvania. Okay.
What time period are we in?
And scene. Perfect.
Thank you. I know that the same people who did the art for Dragon Ball did the art for Chrono Trigger, but this episode was very Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, with like we talked about the castle, but then the rest of the art style it's exactly that. It's like old kings and swords, and it does feel like Chrono Trigger. It almost reminded me a little bit of Ghibli. Like, I don't know if you like Ni no Kuni. It like reminded me a little bit of that. Like Ni no Kuni 2, the games.
Oh, I don't think all right.
RPGs, action RPGs.
Yeah, okay.
They're Ghibli-esque with like the high fantasy kind of action and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Goku eventually meets a king.
Yep. Like classic European style.
Yeah,
king
very
too.
like there's a village with a king. Not really sure. Like this is one of the questions that we often have on these episodes. Is as Goku is traveling the land, like there's like sometimes there's a mayor or a sheriff. Now there's a king. Like, is the king ruler of all the lands that we've seen, or just the village that's surrounding his castle? Also, why is he a king?
Yeah, like, I feel that way too, because it's just like, it's looked like a small, poor village.
Very poor village.
And this castle's huge. This king looks rich.
Yeah.
He's got soldiers that are all in armor.
And he can't send them out to stop a couple of demons from ransacking the land.
I was like, okay.
He left the villagers to defend themselves with booby traps.
Yeah, let's be fair. I feel like this guy was the real bad guy.
Okay, no, we could say that. Look, the king failed his people, okay?
Yeah.
Case in point, he let his daughter get kidnapped. Why not lock the window? This has been happening for months now.
That's true.
Why does the princess not have armored guard?
I know. That was weird. Oh, also, wait, let's go back to that village that had a bunch of booby traps.
Yes. Yes. The village outside of the kingdom was ready to kill anybody who walked in.
Yeah, it was like Rambo style.
Yes.
Like
spikes out of the dirt.
Yeah, no, actually, it was Predator
Spears,
style.
yeah,
Predator
style. Spikes out of the dirt, spears coming from trees.
Yeah.
Of course, Goku dispatches them very quickly.
Immediately. Yeah, and there's that little bit at the top when Goku first gets to the village, and that one dude who like sees him and is like, "There's a demon with a boy's head for a crotch."
Okay, so that's what you got in your episode.
What did you get?
I got the same character, but they changed it to him being like, "Oh, there's an upside down demon outside," and then his wife takes a look. He goes, "That's just a boy," and then he turns and looks out and then sees Goku throwing a tree. He's like, he's some kind of demon.
Yeah, but I'm so happy that the Japanese
a boy's head for a crotch.
I was like, wow, would not have said that in a long.
No,
I don't know
what are these demons? that's like, for me, I like the fact that it took so long for us to finally see the demons. It was like one of those building things where like, oh, they're just like little goblin creatures. They're not like horrifying monsters. I was hoping for monster crotches and like tentacles and like just go all the way in.
Vince wanted the porn.
I wanted the porn episode. This was supposed to be for me. But instead, we got Goku having an audience with the king.
Again, eating lots of delicious looking food.
Lots of food. But like for me, I didn't understand the formality of it. There was the old man that introduced Goku to the king. The formality of everything, like he was like when the king asked like, "What's your name, kid?" kind of, and he's like, "I'm Goku." He goes, "Watch how you address the king." The kid's stuffing his face in his chambers. Like gone are the trappings of he's a royal man. Also, throughout the episode, there's this like thing that keeps happening, and I don't know if you like the queen has not one line until the very end, but they hold on cuts of her throughout the episode for absolutely no reason other than to let you know, oh, the queen's still here. That's
what I also noticed. I was like, why didn't we just let her speak?
Just let her speak.
I think she gets like, she like stands up at one point and they showed her.
Yeah, like she stands up as the king is like, this is just a boy. Like he can't, well, I don't like his arrogance or whatever. Yeah. And she stands up. I thought she was going to defend him. She was like, well, who else would you send to save our daughter Misa? And, but nope. She's nothing. Just a mute.
Yeah.
For most of the episode. Let's see, where are we? But yeah, I mean that also that scene leads into Goku then displaying that he can defeat like 6 guards at once.
Mm-hmm.
The king is also aware of Master Roshi because he asks like, "Who's your master?" And he's like, "Master Roshi." He goes, "Oh, the turtle hermit?"
Yeah, the god of martial arts?
Yeah, pretty much. The undying god of martial arts.
Oh, that is literally what they did in the translation.
Wait, really?
They called him the god of martial arts.
Oh my god. Why wouldn't they say that? This is where I get frustrated. It's like they want this scene to have some weight to it. But instead of just saying like, "Oh, I've heard," like instead of saying he's the god of martial arts, to make you believe that he now understands what Goku can do. Yeah. Instead, he's just like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy." and this is another one where he turns to the queen. He's like, "Haven't we heard of Master Roshi?"
Yeah. And I think she gets like
and then just in her head, she's like, "We all know. We all know who Master Roshi is. Jesus Christ. If it was up to me, we would have gone out, found some very strong people to stop this. But no, I'm just the queen. All I do is sit pretty in my chair. Fuck you."
Wait a minute. Also, this is going to go back. So, exposition old lady.
Yeah, exposition lady.
In dub, did she have a lady's voice?
Yes.
Oh, in the sub, she's definitely voiced by a man.
She's a man's voice?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Can you approximate it for me?
Oh, yeah. It was definitely just a guy doing a high-pitched voice. It was like, "Oh, Goku! Young boy! Don't go to that village!"
Oh, my gosh. Because, like, yeah, it's very prototypical. young man, where are you going? Like that kind of thing.
But I just bring that point up because I'm like, maybe they just didn't have any women working on at least the voice side. I don't know about animation side, but voice side, I'm like, they just didn't have any women in.
Well, Bulma's character was definitely voiced by a woman.
No, you're right.
Goku's character was voiced by a woman.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
I don't know, because I don't know between like the kid version of Goku and the adult version of Goku if there was a change there. But I know adult Goku is voiced by a woman, and everybody loves her.
Wait, adult Goku is voiced by a woman?
Mm-hmm. In the Japanese version.
Oh,
in the English version, it's a guy.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I didn't make that connection. Yeah, sure. I think I've seen it, and I hated that voice. Oh, not because it was a woman. I was like, I'm so used to the English version. Yeah, the American version. I was
it is really jarring because like you don't like even among the other characters. Like of course, like they get a deeper voice for Piccolo, for Vegeta, like even Yamcha, but like Goku's voice is very like high pitched and nasally in the Japanese version. It's just something you have to get used to.
I'm wondering maybe because like he's kind of supposed to be a comedic character, and also, I mean, I hope I don't offend anyone. I've heard that the creator didn't like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really?
Like, that's what I'd heard. And
I know he hated GT.
I think I'd heard that, like, I don't know, maybe just initially, but that's why like all the characters have very silly kitchen-related names, like Vegeta is vegetable. And
well, all the Saiyans have different vegetable names. Like Goku's Saiyan name Kakarot, carrot.
Oh yeah, carrot.
Nappa, cabbage.
Yep.
Like even in Super, like Kefla, like Broly, like all of them have like stupid vegetable names.
Yeah, but also like Frieza, Cooler.
Yep.
And
King Cold. Yeah, they really went with it.
Yeah.
Like, and what is it? The Namekians all have instrument names.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like, cause
I don't remember the other ones.
It's like Piccolo. I think, what was the kid's name? There was like a child from the Namek saga.
I guess, to be fair though, this is not proof that he didn't like the series. I just heard this as an urban legend.
Okay.
That like, I think loved original Dragon Ball so much and like thought it was done, and then like very much like Arthur Conan Doyle was kind of dragged in because they're like, it's profitable.
Yeah. And it was clear that after this they were like, hey, the West found it and they loved it. So this thing you're working on, let's just put a bunch of rock intros for it and like let's make it really hardcore. Let's make it super hardcore.
Constant just like another strong guy and then another strong guy.
Like they were like, but then I think Toriyama was like, but wait, I want to have fun. So they put in the weird filler episodes where Goku learns how to drive. Or like Vegeta meeting Bulma for the first time. Like after the Saiyan saga when he comes back to Earth and like they have their little like, servant woman, give me a towel, damn it. And like things like that. Or when it focuses on Yamcha for no reason.
Oh yeah,
he's no longer relevant.
They definitely do not treat the Dragon Ball characters well when they go into Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like, oh god. Yeah, Yamcha.
Yamcha gets like killed almost immediately.
Oolong?
Oolong, like, so the key staples of Dragon Ball right now, we've got Yamcha, Krillin, Oolong, Puar, Bulma, Launch, Roshi, Pilaf, Shu, and Mai, right? Yeah. Those are the characters that keep coming back right now.
Pilaf never comes back. I don't think he
does.
In Z?
In Super.
Oh, okay. All right.
He comes back in Resurrection F in the movie. He helps bring Frieza back.
Oh, okay.
By helping the last remaining Frieza Force find the Dragon Balls to wish Frieza back to life so he can then train to be God version of Goku and Vegeta. Good. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'll trust you. This is actually another Dragon Ball movie. Garlic Jr.?
Yeah.
Was he related to Pilaf?
He's Namekian.
Okay.
Right. But he looks more like Pilaf than any other because he's like a paler green.
Oh, I always picture him as like a blue.
Well, maybe I got it wrong. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, and then like when he does his like second form, he's like a dark blue.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't really know where Pilaf comes from, why he's blue, or why not?
Oh, another thing that's a close relation to Chrono Trigger. Pilaf is like the exact image of the gremlins in the goblins, I think, in Chrono Trigger, like a common enemy. That you fight. Yeah, because he's like a little blue dude with pointy ears and no nose.
Pointy ears and no nose?
Yeah.
Well, damn.
I mean, yeah, it was the same artist who did both, so that's why I feel there's connections. But like, again, I will say this episode particularly very much Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because like when, especially like I'm such a huge fan of like Japanese video games and all this other kind of stuff. And when you watch these early, like, because this stuff is like early, like well before like any of this was ever popular. Like well before like Play Anime, like Bandai Namco has that new slogan, like Play Anime. They make all these anime games now. Yeah. Before that, but then like you look at these episodes and some of them are just like you said, it's like, oh, this is where they took that. Like this is a possible area where they took this idea from. Yeah. Or like this is kind of where some games like get their character archetypes from. Like what is it? It's not EverQuest. No, not EverQuest. What was the game that came out? There's a game that came out recently, and it's got the
Skyrim.
No, it's a Japanese RPG.
Oh, okay.
But it's got the same Toriyama style artwork. Like all the characters look like they could just as easily be Dragon Ball characters, or vice versa. And it's just like, oh yeah, this is really where it all started for a lot of anime, for a lot of people who are anime fans who went on to make other things. Like you find the same, like there's either like two rivals, right? Yeah. Like Naruto, the two rivals, like Goku, Vegeta, Naruto, Pokemon. Sasuke, Pokemon. They all have that same like archetype in one way, shape, or form, and I that's why we're starting here. And that's why we're going this way. But
I feel like there's so many of the tropes. Like there's a first of all, king with a village that's under attack by demons. Yep. Is it okay if I jump ahead for a little bit? Yeah. Cool. The idea of a sword that's like opening up a doorway into demon world that just smacks so much of Mario RPG. Yeah. I'll ever played that game. One of my favorite JRPGs.
There you go.
Yeah. And and then the bad guy's name is Shula. Shula. Yeah. Okay, and I think the Japanese version was Shura.
Shura.
Yeah. Which is,
Yeah, well.
He's like the exact copy of of a character from Chrono Trigger who like starts off as like the monster king and then like joins your party later.
Well, there you have it. Chrono Trigger, we found you out. We know where you got all your ideas from is episode 81 of Dragon Ball. Money, please. But I mean that leads perfectly into right before the commercial break. There's a little bit more exposition from the king. Goku's ready to go save the day immediately, and he goes, "Wait, be patient." And then I thought, oh, this is going to be an episode where Goku learns how to be patient, and timing does not come back at all.
I don't think there was a moral to this episode.
I thought there was going to be. There wasn't one. And that's when we get a cut to commercial. Hey, it's me, Master Roshi, coming to you to talk all about what am I doing? Master Roshi, all you have to do is just tell people to like, share, and subscribe. That's all. Oh, so all you young fillies out there, if you want to hang out on Kame House Party Island, maybe take a stroll along the beach, all you gotta do is like, share, and subscribe, and Vince and Aaron will read it if you leave a comment and a 5-star review. That's right, 5 stars. You get to hang out with your old pal, Master Roshi. Don't worry about launch, she's fine. Krillin's trading. It'll just be you and me and probably Turtle.
That's right, Master. I'm always here.
Damn it, Turtle! Go away! Like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Leave a comment and a 5-star review. Roshi, out.
Turtle out too, I guess.
God damn it! We're back from the commercial. I hope everybody liked that ad. We only had Roshi for a limited amount of time, and you all know he's very distracted. So if you are a lady listening to the podcast, you don't have to go to Roshi Island. No one has to go to Roshi Island, but we do like it if you like, share, and subscribe. But we do get a hard cut for absolutely no reason to Roshi Island after the break. So it's blonde-haired Launch is sipping a cool drink while Roshi is waiting on her hand and foot. I think for me, blonde-haired Launch, or Launch in general, is one of the most underused characters in the history of Dragon Ball. Like, the fact that she wasn't in Z at all was wild to me. We talked about that a couple of times in the podcast, but then we get a cut to Krillin and Yamcha training, and it's basically all of this was a setup to have Yamcha go, I wonder if Goku's training is as hard as ours right now. That's it. We didn't need it. I didn't want to hear Yamcha's voice in this episode, but we did. Okay.
I was watching this with Jill, and I know that she's never watched OG Dragon Ball.
Okay.
So it was very fun to try and describe the character of Launch to Jill, first of all. And then I remember her asking, like, who's that little baby? And I had to be like, that's Krillin.
That's great. He's a young adult, actually. He's technically the strongest human being on planet Earth. Well, not yet. He will be in the future.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What have I missed?
A lot of things happen. Like, of course, like Yamcha shows up, Tien shows up, all that kind of stuff. Like, this is well into the future. But once we get to, I think the Cell Saga or something like that, Krillin becomes the strongest human because, like, Yamcha stops training, Tien takes a break, and then it's just basically Krillin who's left. Is like the only full-blooded human left to fight all these forces, so he becomes the strongest human on the planet.
Okay, no, to be fair, you're right. Human is the key word there.
Keyword.
Yeah. What about Mr. Satan? What's his name in the English? In the
Hercule.
Hercule.
Well, his full name in the English version is Hercule Satan, but they just kind of dropped the Satan part. So, like, when Goku is asking for everybody to give their energy up to Hercule in the English version, it's that fun looping video where everybody's like, "Hail Satan! Hail Satan!" Like, giving them his energy to defeat Boo.
I remember as a young person, I was like, wow. Also, I called myself a young person. I was like, that's such a weird name. But now I'm like, maybe it was Satan. Like, was Satan a food back then?
Maybe. I never ate seitan.
Oh, it's like a protein. It's a vegetable protein.
Oh, then maybe that was it.
Yeah, that's what. Because I'm like, of other characters in the Internet of Foods, maybe that's what it is. Because Satan is a real weird choice for a character name, even in Japanese.
But yeah, I mean, it's all like this show is like there's so much like that's why we like to do the subbed and dubbed just because. The Japanese culture is so different from American culture, yet this anime in particular has like captured the American like mindset, and everybody knows about it, even if you don't like follow it as intently as maybe I do, or some other folks who are fans of this series. Like, but it's so much fun. But right after we hear from Yamcha for no reason, we cut to Goku. Walking through the portal to Demon World, through that big door.
Yes.
And he's kind of stopped by, what's his name?
Oh yeah.
Gola and Melee. Those are the names in my version. Do you remember what their names were?
I think it was that.
Same thing?
Yeah.
And I thought, like, I don't know why I keep thinking that these episodes might last, like, this arc might last, like, 2 episodes. Nope. Where I thought, oh, Goku, we're going to see a cool fight with a demon right now. Nope. They're just like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Yeah. Goku's like, well, I want to go fight Shula. And Melee's like, all right, I'll help you. It's like, what?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of backstory that they just didn't approach.
None. Not even a little bit.
Because I was like, I want to know more about her backstory.
I want to know exactly who Melee is.
Yeah.
Like, who is she to Shula? Like, who is Melee? And, like, why is Gola, like, always hanging around? Like, are they just the gatekeepers? Like, why were they tasked with this? They seem like powerful.
Oh, they're definitely
demons.
Boss characters. They'd be the boss in the video game.
They're bosses in the video game. But in this, they're just like, he's kind of strong. He pushed he pushed Gola back. I guess.
Yeah.
Guess we better let him through.
I know, that was very like, okay.
Yeah, it was literally just like, okay. But they give, I guess characters in this episode are more exposition machines than they are anything else.
Yeah.
Because Melee just was like, oh yeah, there's about to be a big wedding and then a big party after. I'm like, you didn't have to tell us about the party after.
Because we don't even get to see it.
We don't. Why would we get to see the party? I wanted to see a demon party.
Yeah, that was... There was that, and then I feel like that's when we get to like, oh, this is Dragon Ball.
Yes,
because we get the recognizable fight arena,
circular tiled arena. Yeah. Everybody loves a nice tiled arena in this universe.
Yep, and everything needs to be celebrated by a fight competition.
yes. We get to see, I guess, the throne room of Shula, and as he's getting ready to marry Misa. They don't say why.
Yeah. Also, they don't say why. I thought they would at least address it at the top. You're like, we're gonna make a deal with humans. This is a peace offering.
Or like, this is how I'm gonna get that kingdom in the human world.
Yeah.
All he needed to say was that. But nope.
Also, let's be fair. First of all, Shula or Shura is creepy as hell looking.
Yes.
Long hair. At some point, his like robe opens up and he's got fishnet under there.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. He has he's got the fishnet shirt underneath his like armor. Kind of, it's like a gi, but it's like padded. He's got a trident on his forehead. I don't know what that
means. Long purple hair, and he's trying to marry a freaking like 11-year-old girl.
Look, Dragon Ball ain't always pretty.
No, that's true. But it's just
and you were not present for this, but there was a General Blue of the Red Ribbon Army, who has a very questionable taste for young boys.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we're not like, this isn't like completely out of the blue. Like, we've seen this kind of thing happen to young ladies in the Dragon Ball universe.
No, for sure.
Doesn't make it okay. Again, does not make it okay. But
yeah, Master Roshi is a fucking deviant. He's a criminal.
He's a criminal. He's seen Bulma's you-know-what when she was under 18.
Yeah, I mean, even if she was over 18, was
still
not a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that one makes it doubly bad.
Doubly bad.
Yes.
But yeah, all I wanted for this, I was like, this is cool. This whole demon world, like, I want to spend some time in here. I want to meet some of these characters. Like, Shula's right-hand man is a winged goblin with a horn out of his head and a messed up, he's got like a pug face.
Yep. And then they like the first dude that first of all, there's a whole respect thing again that shows up.
A lot of respect.
Yeah, when Goku talks to all the demons, and then
who is this kid? What does he want?
Make him suffer before you kill him.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna break your bones, kid.
And then they send in that like huge.
Oh, can I tell you what I called him?
Yes, please.
In my notes, I was like, Goku fights the Bogeyman.
Yeah.
He looks like what a kid would draw if you're like, what does the Boogeyman look like? And the kid would draw a bunch of weird green lumps and like sharp teeth, and he's huge. And that's it.
No, I do agree. I was like, wow, you wasted all your animation on like your character designs on like everybody else, but you didn't put it into this dude.
This guy.
He was like the most generic, just like brown. He looked like one of the Battletoads.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly. Yeah. A Battletoad. He was the Battletoad that didn't make it into the game.
Yeah. Because he was just a big brown lump and had like black trunks.
Exactly. Hey, Zitz.
Yeah. Other Battletoad.
You always forget my name. It's Wart.
Warts. God, yeah. I'm one of those toads that like has, it's don't lick me because I'm poisonous.
You're always high.
Yeah, it's gross. It's bad.
It's fine.
It's a hell of an existence. But you said you wanted to know something.
I wanted to know if it would be cool if my cousin joins us. He's that big green lumpy thing back there. Hey guys, I want to be a Battletoad.
Hey, Mort's.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Just no.
Why?
Look. Okay, honestly, I was gonna just like make up an excuse and say like 4 is a real good number.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not even gonna lie. This guy sucks.
But he's got lumps. He's got trunks.
Yeah, those are all reasons we're like, we all have those, but he's got it generically.
I guess I hear what you said. I'm not generic. I'm French.
Yeah, I honestly...
Does that not give you anything?
It felt very anti-French, which I'm not pro-French, but I was just like, it felt like he was just jumping on the anti-French bandwagon.
Oh, well, I guess, I don't know. I'll tell him to take a vacation over to Demon World. Is that cool? I just wanted to...
I honestly do not care where he goes as long as it's not here.
All right, fine.
Where do we live? I know the Ninja Turtles live in sewers. Where do we
Don't
live?
speak of the turtles and seed. I don't know where the Battletoads, like...
Also, were they only a video game?
Only a video game,
Okay.
yes. Or, you know what? I bet you there's some weird cartoon out there for Battletoads. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it.
They had a very good game, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, they had one good game. They re-released it, I think, a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
On Xbox.
Oh,
It's a Microsoft property.
Originally it was a Microsoft property?
Or I don't know if it was a Microsoft property, but I know Xbox, it's their game now.
Yeah, okay.
They put the Battletoads in King of Fighters. So you can play as, I think, Zitz in King of Fighters.
Is King of Fighters their version?
Oh, no, Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Which was like cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't really care.
I've got to say, this is such a sidebar right here, but I don't know if I'm a huge fan of like these fighting games just being like, just scrambling for like extra characters because they threw in Hellboy in Injustice.
Hellboy's in Injustice?
Yeah, he's in Injustice.
Oh god, because they also put the Ninja Turtles in.
Oh yeah, they did Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's
the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Hellboy.
I feel there's another character that
there is another guest character for Injustice.
Is it like Darth Vader?
No, that was Soul Calibur.
That was Soul Calibur.
That was Soul
Definitely remember
Calibur
that.
4, I think.
Yep.
Look, see, you're in my wheelhouse now. I played all this. So I played not all the Soul Calibur games, but when the games had guest characters, I made sure I had the one for GameCube so I could play as Link. I had the one on Xbox so I could play as Spawn. And I had the one on PlayStation 2 so I could play as Heihachi. And then I got the Xbox one so I could play as Yoda. I got the PlayStation one so I could play as Vader.
You're a monster. You collected the Soul Calibur?
I collected the Soul Calibur. And I'm probably going to get Soul Calibur 6 so I could play as Geralt of Rivia.
Who's that?
The Witcher.
Oh, okay. No,
The Witcher is now in Soul Calibur.
That's a weird choice. I'm slowly going through that series. Maybe the poor choice. I'm starting with the first one, which is point and click mouse.
Yeah, I mean, you will have more appreciation for how the story wraps up than I did when I finished The Witcher 3. I only watched a bunch of Witcher 2 gameplay before I got into Witcher 3 because like this all seems very obtuse.
Yeah.
And then I got in and powerful game. Very like the Witcher 3 is...
I've heard it's like one of the best games.
It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah,
and like it made... I think I put 120 hours into it. It made 120 hours go by like that.
Okay. I'll get back into it. Jill got the trilogy on Steam. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yeah. I gotta
you gotta try it out.
Yeah.
But... After that digression into video games.
Yeah, sorry.
We come. No, this is exactly how this podcast usually goes.
Okay.
Goku beats the boogeyman.
Yep.
And
instantly.
then immediately, there's no, like, I thought, we're going to get, like, see Goku fight a couple different demons with a couple different powers. Nope.
Yep.
Kicks the boogeyman in the head, then he fights Shula directly.
Yeah, and also, I gotta say, I don't know why this bothered me so much, but Shula's fighting style, where he's just floating around in his, like, seated position.
Yes.
I was like, I hate this.
It was weird. I give star ratings, starball ratings to fight scenes in...
Oh, that's why it's out of 7 stars.
Right. Okay. So, for this one, I give it 6 star balls out of 7 because I liked Shula's intro. I liked how he started, like, a lot, usually in anime or like most animations, bad guy has like some kind of like, oh, you think you're gonna come into my house and you're gonna stop my wedding? No way. And then it takes a long time for the fight to get started. Nope. He goes, okay, you want to fight me? I'm gonna flip right into you.
Yeah.
He just does a twirl, kicks Goku in the face, and then the fight is on from there. And yes, it was weird. His fight style is float around, float around and dodge. But he also has that like weird. Like, he attacked Goku with like some pulse that came out of his arm.
Yeah, that was the gross part. Where like, his arm like bulged up and then like shut out the bulge.
Yeah, that's not how ki energy works.
Yeah, well, he's a demon, so maybe they have different energy.
My bad.
Also, again, spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen this episode. I'm jumping ahead from the combat. Maybe the only character that's ever like bested Goku.
Yes. Okay, great. I wanted to talk about this because there's not a clear-cut victory here.
No.
Like, it's not like our last episode where Goku fought this guy named Sky Dragon, where he knocked him out in front of many witnesses. It seemed like, if you ask me, it looked like Shula would have won that had Melee not intervened.
Yes.
And had Goku stuck around after knocking him into the wall. Like, he wasn't really defeated. I thought he would have died.
It also felt like he wasn't trying for the first half of the fight.
Exactly. Until he started using that, like, wind fist
the pulse thing.
Which was very reminiscent to, I don't know if you ever watched Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
In the demon tournament, the Scottish demon with the red hair, and he flies around because he's got wind fists.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this.
I mean, this whole scene, I was like, this feels very Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah. I'm sure they borrowed from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, of course.
So that was like that. Yeah, it is.
I love that anime.
I was just talking about recently. The first episode still makes me cry.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You're Meshi.
The voices are okay.
I love Kuwabara. He's such a dope. He's one of the. He's like Rock Lee in Naruto. He's similar to Yajirobe in that they're just like, oh, we're big dumb idiots, but we make it work.
That's true. Also, his hair is out of this world.
His hair is amazing.
That would be.
Could you have you ever met someone with such shiny red hair and had the balls to put it in a pompadour?
Honestly, I have not seen a pompadour in person.
No?
I don't think so.
You need to spend more time downtown.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't count like people I pass on the street. I've seen that, I guess.
Yeah.
They always look good. I wish I had the right hair for a pompadour because I think it's a great look.
It is somehow like, because that look wasn't a thing, I think, for a long time, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just like it came back with the mustaches. Like, when the mustaches came back, pompadours came back.
Yeah. And also, I got to say, I feel it was a huge thing in Japan.
Really?
Well, just because, besides this character having it, all right, this is a weird trope. So when I was talking about like getting those old videotape from like an Asian video rental place, we got an old school. Supposedly this was a Street Fighter movie. It was a Japanese Street Fighter movie.
Oh my gosh.
Now that I think about it, I don't think it was a Street Fighter movie. I think it was a Japanese young adult movie that was just referencing a lot of like Japanese culture.
Oh, okay.
So
is the Ready Player One before Ready Player One?
I guess so. But
Japanese Ready Player One?
Yeah, Japanese Ready Player One. Okay, so this feels perfect for this. So it starts off with like these characters who are loosely based off Street Fighter. Sorry,
it's just bouncing.
Okay, yeah. Loosely based off Street Fighter. There's like a Guile, who is it? Vega and who's the stretchy guy?
Why wouldn't I know this?
Yeah, I totally forgot it.
You can. Who is?
He's
oh God. Aaron's probably screaming while he's editing this.
Yeah.
Because how can we not think of this character?
I can't believe I don't remember.
Because now all I can think of is Guile.
Yeah.
But that's he's like a witch doctor, right?
Yeah. He's like a yogi. And he spits up fire.
Yoga Flame.
Yeah, Yoga Flame.
Yoga Fire.
Yeah.
Well, I think from that everybody knows.
I'm so sorry, people, that we don't remember his name. But yeah, it was like, but they're all played by Japanese actors. But like, Oh, it's them and Ryu, and they like fight crime, and then like this was all in Japanese, so I did not understand it. We just watched it just to watch it. And so at some point,
on screen.
yeah, the four of them are brought into the police station, and they're congratulated. I think Ryu's given a promotion or a vacation because the three other characters decide beat him up. And after the chief is says something to them, and these three guys are sent, I think, to help a young high school boy
What?
become popular, because that's what the whole movie's about.
The whole movie is those three characters
Try to help a young
boy.
Japanese high school boy become popular.
Where's the reboot?
I don't know.
I hope this all comes in. I hope this is all in Ready Player One somewhere. He puts on the visor and it's like, oh, I'm in this movie that I know so well.
There's definitely a lot of dirty jokes that went under the radar. There's a moment where he's on a date with the hot girl, and they get sucked into a Super Mario arcade game, and then they're just in the opening. There's it's a set of the game, and there's the bricks and the question mark boxes. They both have mustaches, and they step on a Koopa.
I'm just going to say this. This film seems like the patient zero of Wreck-It Ralph.
Yep.
Of Ready Player One, and what was that stupid? I mean, just all these movies that are
Pixels.
Pixels, fucking Pixels.
Yeah. But here's the ringer. So at the end, M. Bison, obviously the bad guy, takes over the high school. Obviously, with
Shadaloo High School.
Yeah, with his underlings, E Honda and Eye Patch guy, Sagat.
Yeah.
Takes over the high school and beats up the three dudes. So the high school student gets punched through a wall, and you're like, oh, he's dead. But then he bursts out of the brick as Goku. In the outfit,
gi?
in the gi, his hair's done up in Dragon Ball style.
Yeah.
And he does a Kamehameha, and they do a teamwork, Avengers style teamwork thing to beat M. Bison, because the stretchy guy stretches and holds him in place. There's a Chun-Li character, and she somehow holds him in place with her legs. And the boy does his Kamehameha, but he launches Vega with his claws as a drill bit through M. Bison. But it's cartoonish, because he just has a hole in his stomach, and he just looks down and is like, and then Guile goes to an air base, picks up a bomb, puts it in the hole. Oh my god! And they all book it, and the school explodes.
I guess the moral of the story is, don't stay in school. This is so much for me to process. I am a better man for now knowing that this exists. And my whole life's goal is now going to be to find a copy of this, and so I can watch it right after I watch Executive Koala.
I don't know what that is. That also sounds really great.
It's a Japanese movie about a koala man whose boss is a rabbit man.
This is a recent movie?
No, this is a very old Japanese movie. Great. He was playing at a bar down on the Lower East Side. And he's dating some girl who goes missing or was murdered. So he's a suspect.
Okay.
And the whole movie is around him figuring out what happened, and he's got some friends that are trying to help him out.
Seems surprisingly dark for this.
It's odd, and it's weird, and it's on YouTube.
Oh,
right now you can watch it. I have not had a chance to sit down and just because I need no distractions while I watch that movie.
That's fair.
What you described sounds like that, and I want to see it.
I'll look it up, and I'll try and forward you what it's called.
Yeah.
And hopefully Vince will announce it on the show, just for anyone who's curious about it.
Absolutely. No. the people need to know about this movie. They need to see it, Donald.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to look it up and find it, but
So Goku, just to bring it all back.
Yes.
Goku uses a Kamehameha wave to stop Shula in his tracks, essentially. But what actually defeats him is the blinding light.
Yeah.
Again, we don't get any of the king's foreboding warnings about you got to be patient. It's about timing. It's like it really wasn't.
Nope.
There was none of that. Goku doesn't actually defeat Shula. He just kind of stops him for a minute while he takes Misa out. And then we get Gola and Melee. They're back. And then they have this weird interaction with an entire demon army.
Well, yeah, first of all, they help Goku and Misa in this respect too, which I was like, okay. And then they had that weird Melee and
Gola. Shula. Okay,
had that weird kind of flirty exchange.
Right. This is what I just wanted to know. Who are they to each other?
Yeah, because he at first he's upset and he's like, you betrayed me, and then she's okay. I don't know if it was in the translation. She says something about I think he said something about the pain reminds me of being alive. Did you get that?
I didn't get that, but I got something along the same line. So in that conversation, because Shula's like, why did you do that? And she goes, it's good for the soul to taste defeat once in a while.
Okay. Yeah.
And Shula's just like, I guess you're right.
Yeah. And then he just invites them to the party.
Yeah. And then he's just like, well, I guess we can't let a good party go to waste.
And totally drops it.
Just done. And then the absolute favorite part of this entire interaction was how they exit the scene.
Yes.
So instead of walking into the dark together, each character, so Shula turns, then just floats into the darkness.
Yeah.
Melee takes 2 steps, floats into the darkness, and then I'm like, okay, so Gola is just gonna big boy run into the darkness. He takes 2 big steps, freeze frames, and then slides into the dark. Why?
I feel it feels like they just ran out of animation money and they were just just fuck it, just drag it across.
Do it. They're demons. Nobody will care. Nobody's gonna listen. Nobody's gonna be analyzing this 20 some odd years in the future, 30 years in the future. Just do it. Just go ahead. It's
just
fine.
click and drag.
Click and drag. Somebody's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goku pulls the sword out of the ground. The demons are trapped behind the thing. And I don't know if Melee says this in your version, but she's like, good. Now only those with a key can leave.
Yes. Oh, I think she said something about... She mentions a death god a lot in my version.
I don't get a death god.
Oh, she said now only the death god can choose who goes back and forth. She said that actually at the top when you first meet her.
Oh.
I think she's like, who sent you? Did the death god send you? So now I'm like, is this supposed to be hell? Is this supposed to be where the dead go?
Well, they call it the portal of the dead in mine.
Okay.
So I guess that is it, but it doesn't explain. It does because you don't see souls marching down there.
Yeah, unless those demons are supposed to be the souls. But we've seen the Legion, the Land of the Dead, right? We see it. We definitely see it in Dragon Ball Z. Have you seen it in Dragon Ball?
We don't see Otherworld yet.
Okay.
Otherworld is referenced, but we don't see it yet. Gosh, I can't wait till we get to Otherworld. I love King Yemma. But the demon world that we're seeing is so different from Otherworld and how it's portrayed later in the series.
It's true.
And so I'm not sure where I can't remember if Demon World comes back in any way, if Goku has to go there again.
I'd be surprised. Honestly, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would be too. But I want to know more about it. I want to know who is the Death Lord? What do the keys look like? Yeah. Who holds the keys? Does Melee have the key?
Also, the sword?
Now,
Goku keeps it? And
Goku gives the sword to the king.
Oh, he gives it to the king, okay.
But what happens to the sword now? Aren't they now a target because they have a demon sword?
Yeah.
Like, is somebody gonna come after them for the demon sword? And then finally, like we were talking about it a little bit, like the queen.
Yeah.
Queen finally gets her moment to shine, which is just greeting her daughter and just being, my daughter. That's it.
Yeah.
No lines. Bullshit, I say. I want in Dragon Ball Kai, when they finally get around to redoing the animation for all this stuff, you better give that queen some lines. If you don't give that queen some lines, I'm coming after you.
You hear that, guys?
You hear that?
Listen.
You hear that? Funimation crew out there, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
You saw what I did to Nick Cannon's career. I'll do it the same to you.
Do you hate Nick Cannon?
Fucking hate Nick Cannon.
Is there an origin for this hate?
Can I just say he looked at me funny?
Okay, wait.
No.
Okay, I don't
No.
know. Some people have weird, like, actual history with people.
I don't have any history with Nick Cannon. I think his lack of talent is frustrating. I also think, like, I think he could have done so much more. He could have been more than just wild and out and that,
Like a host of...
Yeah.
Of... What is
of
it?
things.
Voice?
No, he lost his job as host of America's Got Talent
America's Got
because he wasn't good at it.
Oh, shit.
And he had all that stuff with Mariah going on at the same time. Like, he was dealing with a divorce. So Tyra Banks showed up. And Tyra Banks, fantastic. She's great at what she does. Outfits, don't know if it's okay for cable TV all the time. But you know what? She's fun. She has her own style. Like, I just don't like Nick Cannon.
Okay,
I just don't like it.
I'm not a pro Nick Cannon guy. I just... I feel he is not in the public sphere, so I'm like, a strong hate for him seems...
Look, off mic.
Yeah.
Off mic. It's all a show. it's all... They love it. Everybody loves it.
Did y'all hear that, guys? You got to peek behind the kimono.
No. They did not get a peek behind the digital curtain or the digital kimono. No. Nick Cannon is a bastard man. And I hate his guts.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen Vince before. It's Nick Cannon.
What? I gotta get out of here.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Was Nick Cannon here?
Oh, yeah, he was. You gonna play it off this way?
I'm gonna play it off this way. So, as we conclude that Nick Cannon bit, we also conclude the episode that we watched today with Goku celebrating alongside, like, so there. The one thing I thought was missing in this episode, I mean, there was a lot missing in this episode, but the one thing I thought they would at least do was give us both parties after saying that they were still going to have the demon party.
Yeah, honestly.
It was like, I want to see what the demon party looks like versus what the human party looks like.
Yeah.
But we just get the castle and Goku eating a lot of good food.
Always.
And yeah, that was it. The kingdom was saved. That's the end of the episode. And now we just have to wait and see what happens next. Like, I have no idea where they're going to go or who Goku might save this time.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it. Donald, you made it through.
Thank you so much, Vince.
I think you did a great job. Love
you
to
so
have you
much.
again if you're ever willing and able.
Of course.
And do you have anything you wanna plug before we head out? I mean, we talked about a little bit up top. Blank My Life, Lloyd Knight, Team Havoc.
Yeah, I guess if y'all are in New York City and have nothing to do on a Wednesday, come on down to the UCB East Village and check out Lloyd Knight. We do a nice improv. You'll see 3 wonderful teams. I'm on Havoc. Check us out.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Check
Vince.
them out on Havoc. Check them out on Blank My Life. And possibly another episode of this podcast in the future. Not putting anything in. And of course, you can reach out to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at VINT_E. You can also find me on PlayStation Network, trying to get my skills right for Bardock and Broly DLC for Dragon Ball Fighters. You can find Aaron out there on the internet at Ajax Shelton on Instagram, at Aaron J. Shelton on Twitter. Recently got retweeted by John Gabris, so you podcast heads better be fucking excited, okay? And you can also find Aaron online on PlayStation Network. He's been playing that Monster Hunter. He's been hunting them monsters at Small Town Cinema. Also Small Town Cinema on Xbox. Be on the lookout for more Dragon Ball content down the road. I know we haven't been able to do as much Dragon Ball Fighter stuff as we wanted to recently, but trust me, we're gonna right that ship. We're gonna figure out a schedule and get that shit done for you. And then, as we ended every episode, no matter what's going on in your life, what's happening out there, we always say, keep